The recent discoveries of unmarked graves at former residential schools in Canada shocked the world. On July 12, the Penelakut tribe said it found more than 160 unmarked graves around the Kuper Island Industrial School on the Penelakut Island in British Columbia Province. On June 30, the indigenous community Akam announced the discovery of the remains of 182 people in unmarked graves around a former indigenous residential school near the town of Cranbrook in British Columbia. On June 24, the Cowessess First Nation, an indigenous group in Saskatchewan Province, announced a preliminary discovery of 751 unmarked graves near a former indigenous residential school. On May 28, the remains of 215 indigenous children were discovered in unmarked graves near the Kamloops Indian Residential School, also in British Columbia. Survivors of residential schools in Canada say the findings were just the tip of the iceberg, explaining how the experience affected their lives.
I went to a day school and my life has been severely affected by the residential school system, yes. The indoctrination and the brainwashing. It was really a sick cult. It was really a sick cult. They told us that we were shit people, really brutally. They hit us, they killed us. If you stood up to them, they killed you.
Lots of physical abuse, whether it's straps on the hand or on the bare bottom in front of everybody, in front of all the other kids, so you can see that very shameful, hurtful, physical abuse, sexual abuse is pretty common, mental abuse.
Eventually that whole dislocation and disconnection kind of built walls in me that it took me years to deconstruct again. The feeling of inferiority I felt.
An estimated 150,000 Indigenous children across Canada were reportedly removed from their homes and forced to attend residential schools between the 1890s and as recently as 1996, during which more than 50,000 died following abuse.
This is really extremely traumatizing. And for those survivors, those other children who survived the schools and remember those classmates, it's just, this has such a huge ripple effect.
Our history has been stained with painful atrocities, and too many people in Canada continue to face racism, violence, and hatred every day.